Hey everyone, I'm Michelle Lilly. I'm a singer, a songwriter, an entrepreneur, a mom, and yes, I love to cook. Welcome to my channel, Michelle Lilly TV, where you'll find everything from official videos to live shows, and also me cooking right at home all of my favorite recipes just for you. Subscribe now and welcome to my journey. Hey everyone, so I'm back. Hope you followed my part one of this episode this morning when I made my homemade tomato sauce, sugo di pomodoro in Italian. I am back to show you guys how I make my parmigiana, aka eggplant parmesan, okay? So I do this all the time. Although I'm on tour and I'm writing music and I'm in the studio or at the office and with, Lilly Entertainment that I run, I really truly believe that you are what you eat. So I try to make really healthy meals, and I really believe in organic foods, and I love making things from scratch. I'm really excited to show you guys my recipes. So I just want you to see my whole prep. 2 large eggplants that I sliced. Didn't want to bore you guys while I was slicing them before. I have 4 eggs right here that I beat. They are organic and free-range chickens. Healthy chickens, a plus. And about, I would say, 3 cups of flour. All-purpose flour. I also buy unbleached flour. And then just keep your eggs and your flour handy in case you need some refills. I put out a plate and I covered it with 2 sheets of paper towels because, we want that to soak up all the oil. I have my pair of tongs handy, and I have my oil currently on the stove, I would say at a medium flame. And I use extra virgin olive oil. I know some people use vegetable oil. There's so many different choices. Honestly, EVOO all the way. Okay, so here we are. You take your slice of eggplant and you coat it nicely. I'm just gonna show you right now one close up so you can see what I'm doing, and then I'll show you the rest from far away. Shake off your excess flour, dip it in some egg, give it a couple spins so that everything is covered. Let the extra egg come off. And there you go, you throw it in your hot oil, okay? So I'm just gonna keep doing that 100 times until all the eggplants are done. Keep you company. So, yeah, everyone is always wondering how come I know how to cook. And honestly, when I was a kid, I always used to watch cooking shows, and I was like a little nerd, and I would just take out a notepad and then just take notes and write down the recipes that I would see on TV. That definitely inspired me. I mean, no one in my family cooked, so growing up, everyone called me Chef Michelle. And anyways, so then I moved to Italy one day before my 21st birthday and lived there for 10 years. And I was always touring and stuff. So I guess, every single week I was always in a different city, in a different town, in a different region, and I was learning about different foods. And what really was interesting is that every region has their own specialties. For example, pasta is Genovese, it comes from Genova, and pizza napoletana is way different than the pizza in Milan, for example. It's a lot thicker and smaller. So, I learned all these different things in Italy, and I really got passionate. Wait a minute, I just realized I did this one backwards. I did the egg and then the flour because I'm distracted. Make sure you do the flour and then the egg. It's okay, we're human. You can save it. Just dip it in egg again, okay? Hilarious. On to the next one. When I met my husband, actually, the first thing I cooked for him was actually parmigiana. Just a coincidence. But I guess it sealed the deal. I guess it's that good. So what I was saying was, yeah, like learning about all these different foods and the regions and the culture and the tradition, it really inspired me to want to cook. And so I think I really took it on in Italy, like full throttle. So right now I'd say they'd be cooking for a few minutes. I mean, I've been spinning them. As you can see, they're golden brown on each side, and that's exactly what we want. They're also a little on the soft side, which is exactly what we want. So the softer ones, like this one, we started with this one. So I would say we're good to go. And I would just place it on your sheet here and go to the next one. This is making me hungry already. So, by the way, I mean, sometimes it depends on how big the eggplants are, but if they're really huge, you can probably do an entire parmigiana with just one eggplant. These were large, but they were not the hugest eggplants I've ever seen in my whole life. So I decided to cut up 2, and then if there's any left over, just a sprinkle of some salt, and honestly, they're so good as like an appetizer on the table, or to eat alongside, you know, like a chicken dish or something. But they just look so good. And I'm just putting them like this. And next to another. There we go. And on to the next batch. I just want to note that as the oil temperature rises, they're obviously going to cook faster. So the timing that you would have left them on the first batch or the second batch is definitely going to be different than the third or fourth and so on. So just eyeball it. I mean, you can see that they're all brown on both sides. So just see that they're not as hard as rough. You can tell that they softened up a little bit. Because otherwise, you know, eggplant is relatively tough. I would say they're good. Hey, so we're almost at the end. Just want to let you know that I had added 2 more eggs and about 1 cup more of flour. So we're up to 4 cups of flour and 6 eggs. And then also, when these were all ready, I had put thin or fine table salt on them while they're still hot so that they can absorb some of the salt and obviously be more delicious. Okay, so they're all done. I have 2 layers. As you can see, bottom layer, top layer, and I have a pan here waiting. I personally like to use these aluminum foil pans. They're just easy. When it's done, I just chuck in the garbage and, you know, it's just easy for everyone. This is my sauce that I made earlier today. The consistency is amazing. I am so excited about it. Wanna hold the pan? Mm-hmm. Okay, you help me. Mm-hmm. Hold the pan, hold it. Okay, thank you, my little assistant. So I'm gonna go ahead and always put some sauce on the bottom. Okay, hold the pan for me. Okay. Thank you.
Wow, Mommy, so a lot of mess sauce.
Yeah, Mommy's putting sauce.
Let me try it.
Do you want to try it?
Mm.
It's not done yet, silly.
Let's try it.
So, actually, you know what? No, someone's trying to steal.
Try it.
Baby thief. Okay, I'll give you one.
More.
Actually, and this is even smaller. Here.
Eat one more.
Bye. I'm going to put my oven on at 400. Okay. In the meantime, so you put some sauce on the bottom, fill in all the angles, and then you start taking your eggplants and you start layering. So obviously we have large ones. I'm gonna stick them here. And then make sure you can overlap them. That's what I do. You kind of play Tetris. As you can see, it's completely covered. And then you go ahead and put another layer of your sauce. So now I'm gonna take my Parmesan cheese, aged 10 minutes. This is my favorite kind. And once again, be generous. I mean, it's called Parmigiana for a reason. So now that there's the cheese, I'm gonna go ahead and use these. Okay. there we go. And then you just repeat this.
Hi, Mommy.
I would say that 3 layers are perfect. I mean, hey, if you want to do 6 layers, you know, do what you got to do if you can find a pan that high. But honestly, I think 3 layers makes the perfect parmigiana. It shouldn't be 10 layers tall. It just needs to be damn good. I'm gonna go ahead and put another layer of sauce. And then I'm gonna show you what I do. In the meantime, my oven is on. I turned it on to 400 degrees and waiting for it to warm up. On the top here, I definitely put a little more sauce than the rest of the other layers, only because I know it's gonna seep through like all these little holes and then go downwards, so it's not like all gonna remain up here. Okay, so thank you for helping me.
Welcome.
Okay, so I'm gonna put the phone, oh, I love you too. So sweet. So I'm gonna put the phone down for a second and I'm gonna go get my buffalo mozzarella. So I just wanna show you, I'm using mozzarella di bufala campana, denominazione di origine protetta. Okay, it's real Italian buffalo mozzarella. Super excited. To me, this is like the cherry on the cake. So I'm just gonna cut it open, pour out that brine, and I'm just gonna crumble the mozzarella on top by hand and fill it all in. Ooh, oven's ready to go. You heard that beep? It is perfect timing. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's just about to go in the oven. And I'm going to stick it in there. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes that it's been cooking at 400 degrees. As you can see, it's nicely brown, which means it's ready to come out. It's delish. So you don't want to cook it too much, but at the same time you don't want to cook it too little. So right when it started to brown, I took it out of the oven and I would let it sit a good 30 minutes at least, just so that all the flavors can come together and it can cool down and solidify. Okay everyone, so I just cut a piece out. That's what it looks like on the inside. And I don't know about you, but I'm ready to go eat some of this goodness. Bon appetit! Enjoy!